Hello, I am Margie Taylor, and I am here with Sukena, and she is the owner, going to talk to us a little bit about Macaron by Batiste. We're at Hughes Landing, so she's the first one on our stop, and come take a tour with us. So, Sukena, what do you have right here? These is your pride and joy.
They are my pride and joy. So here we have 4 macarons in some flavors that are quite popular and ones that I think you were interested in.
Yes.
The top one being birthday cake, mint chocolate, lavender white chocolate, and almond.
Yum. So before I taste that, tell me a little background on your shop here. This is one of how many you have?
One of 3.
One of 3. And how did you get started on this?
So about 10 years ago, I had a holistic wellness and nutrition practice where I worked a lot with children with ADD, ADHD, and autism. And I was the crazy lady that kept telling them to have kale and pineapple smoothies every day. So I felt like I owed them a little treat when they would come see me at my clinic. And so I thought macarons would be a great treat. They're gluten-free, preservative-free, and usually additive-free, and that would be great for them. And so I started looking around Houston trying to find some. And I couldn't because macarons are a very temperamental pastry to make, and also they have a very short shelf life. So if they're not fresh, they don't taste good. And so I decided to make them myself in my little apartment kitchen, and before I knew it, I was making $800 to $1,200 a week.
Oh my goodness. So you opened up your first store when?
In 2013. At the beginning of 2013, we opened up our first shop in River Oaks, and then from there we opened up in the Galleria the same year. And then we ended up with some large wholesale deals and ended up being on national television with a Houston billionaire, Tillman Fertitta, who actually graced us with his presence for our opening party here in the Woodlands.
And there you go. They just look so perfect. They're so symmetrical. They're perfect circles.
I'm a little OCD, as you can tell. Very type A, but my staff does practice for like 2 months before any of their macarons end up in that display case.
2 months. Wow.
Yeah. They're really temperamental, so getting the texture right, and we obviously want it to be the same. Like, I don't want you to come here and have a birthday cake today, and then tomorrow you come back and you're like, that doesn't taste the same.
It's a triangle, too. What happened? So I'm going to taste. Which one should I try?
It's totally up to you, whatever you feel like.
So this is the almond.
Love the almond, yeah. It's classic. So we do
light.
Actually, all of our macarons are only 50 calories each. I'm a crazy nutrition person, so that's how it started. So they're 50 calories. Most of them are gluten-free except for just 2 flavors. And everything is made from scratch. So the almond that you just had, we make our own almond butter. We do our own shells, buttercream, everything. Salted caramel, we literally make our own caramel in-house as well.
I'm so excited about this. I can't wait to taste all the different flavors. The first bite was incredible.
Thank you. And it makes a huge difference when they're fresh, right? You get a nice crisp exterior with a nice soft and chewy interior, but each one is different, so you get a different textural difference.
So you make them fresh each day? And what happens to the leftovers?
We've gotten really good at predicting how many are going to sell, but leftovers end up in my tummy, which is not a good thing. But at 50 calories each, I can afford to get away with it.
Okay. And you also teach classes.
We do. We used to do in-person classes, of course, but then COVID happened, so we've taken them virtual. Every month we do a macaron class online, so you get a little workbook, you can gather the ingredients, and then join me for a live and ask questions as we do the class together.
How fun. So where do they sign up?
You can sign up on our website at www.macaronbybatiste.com.
Very good. This is great. Thank you.
It's my pleasure. Thank you so much for coming.
And next up, we are going across the street to Escalantes, here again at Hughes Landing. Hello, we are over here at Escalantes at Hughes Landing, our second stop on our tour of the town. And I'm sitting here with Jared. He's the general manager of Escalantes. And this is such a beautiful venue. And of course, it's a perfect day today with the ducks out here, and it's nice weather. And we have a wonderful fireplace, so you can eat indoor or outdoor, whatever you prefer. And what is this? This is not the sample, is it?
This is the sample. Yes. So what we're taking here, this is basically the Hispanic version of a Philly cheesesteak. So what makes a Philly cheesesteak is going to be, of course, the steak, which is going to be on the bottom, cheese, and then you have mushrooms and bell peppers. That's generally what's going to be inside like a Philly cheese sandwich. But here, this is our Hispanic version of the way that we do it. So, of course, we can get the steak. We usually sell our steak asada on the side, then our cheese enchiladas. So this is just a mixture of some of the plates that we put together.
That looks like an entree. This does not look like a sample.
It's definitely a sample.
Well, what does the entree look like?
So the entree is definitely it's a bigger piece of steak, which is going to encompass more of the meal. And then you get the rice and the beans is a big portion of it as well.
Yeah, I never eat rice and beans.
And the cheese on the side.
Well, this looks really tasty.
Thank you.
I can't wait to get my Taste of the Town ticket, my sample, and probably even share it with my husband because this is huge. This is huge. How can you go to all these places and, just sample them?
Yeah,
have you had a good turnout of people over here?
We've seen quite a bit. I think the last time I checked, it was around 130 people have come here. But it's been fantastic. That not only are they coming to, of course, taste it, but we're also seeing people, get margaritas and they're dining for
They get other stuff too.
Yeah, it's been fantastic for the restaurant. So I'm really glad that we're doing it this way. It's been really helpful.
So what is your thing most ordered? What's your specialty?
Our specialty is the fajitas. It's definitely the fajitas. The meats, both chicken and beef. People really love it. It comes, you wrap it in tortillas. You kind of build it yourself. It's definitely the most ordered meal. It's people coming for fajitas. They like it.
Well, this looks like your best foot forward as well too. This looks scrumptious, very delicious.
Thank you.
So has this helped your business some by having the Taste of the Town?
Yes, it definitely has. The PR work, everything that's just getting our name out there has been always helpful. But just getting to see the Woodlands again, everything that's going on with COVID. It's good to see people again. It's good to talk to them.
Out.
Yeah, it's good to see them again. A lot of our regulars have come out, and it's awesome to see them. But seeing different people and
new people trying out your restaurant, and that's kind of the idea.
Yeah.
So, did you ever participate in Taste of the Town?
I did.
At the Marriott?
Yes, I did. It was great. But I did feel like there you only go to 15 places at max. You can only go to so many places until you're done.
There's lines as well.
There's lines, yeah, exactly. And I'm in the business too, so I go to places where I know people. And even then, it's busy. So I think here it's nice to slow down. It's nice to sit down and kind of, be intimate with whoever you're going with, right?
Have an experience.
I think that it's definitely, you get actual the taste of the town by sitting here and get to, have the ambiance.
Well, that's great. And in case nobody knows, and I don't know why they wouldn't, it's tasteofthetown.org to get your tickets and see all the participating restaurants with images, real images of what the food looks like. Anything you want to add, Jared?
No, ma'am. That's I'm glad for all those who have come out. Thank you so much for supporting us. It's so good to see everyone and to see everyone come back. Everyone's trying to stay safe out there, and so I'm glad
and you do curbside too,
Yes,
right?
we do curbside. Yes, curbside. We have a
to go, whatever.
Right there. Wrap up.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Fantastic. Thank you.
So this was our second segment, and now we're going to hop in our cars and go out to the waterway to Grimaldi. So stay tuned for part 3 of Taste on the Town. we are at our final stop of our tour of Taste Around the Town, showing you some of the great samples and bites, really a bite, that you can get at all the different participating restaurants. So we're at Grimaldis on the Waterway, and this will be our final stop for our show today. And I'm speaking with Mike Wagner, and he's the operations manager. And we are sitting here with this delicious looking pizza. Oh my goodness. And cannoli, is that what this is?
It's a cannoli.
Cannoli. I said it wrong.
No, that's
surprise.
okay, yeah. It's a traditional Italian pastry, crisp, filled with a sweet ricotta cream, a little bit of powdered sugar, and chocolate chip.
And there's forks there, so that means I get to taste
That's
it, right?
Yeah, you're expected to, in fact. Yeah.
Okay,
Go right
and what
ahead,
about
please.
the pizza that's sitting right in front of me? It looks so good. I just want to flip those little pepperoni slices off and grab some and eat it with that delicious looking cheese. Is this one of your best pizzas?
I'd say the traditional pepperoni, sells probably 10 to 1 to all other products on the menu. We do all hand-tossed, traditional style Brooklyn crust pizza, and it's all cooked over anthracite, clean-burning coal, and it's the way we've done it for the 10 years that we've been operating here in the Woodlands.
Wow. So how big is this pizza?
This is an 18-inch pizza, what a lot of places would consider an extra large. It feeds the average 3 to 4 adult appetites.
A lot more than 2.
Well, I suppose that's dependent on the person.
I guess it depends on the pizza.
I'm sure me and you could eat this whole thing if we wanted to.
No, I don't think so. Especially if you're going around tasting all the samples, because you get such healthy samples. So this is the sample with Taste of the Town, correct?
That is correct. 2 of the miniature-sized cannolis, much in the same design as the traditional, just a little smaller.
So this would be all mine.
That's
I wouldn't have to share it.
That's correct.
So how long has Grimaldi's been here?
This one, just over a decade. But Grimaldis itself dates back to the Brooklyn-based location that's actually been there for decades. So storied history in our company. We still pride ourselves in the way that we make it the same way that they did under the Brooklyn Bridge years ago.
Under the Brooklyn Bridge.
That's right, the original. I think that's the appeal was, we still do it the way that they did it there.
Very good. I ran over the Brooklyn Bridge.
Yeah.
Many times. So, what else besides pizza do you serve here?
We're pretty simplistic by design. Patsy Grimaldi envisioned a simplified menu and said the more things you do, the more chance you have to mess something up. So we stick to just pizzas, salads, desserts, and that's pretty much all we offer.
Have you had a good amount of people that have come in for Taste the Town?
Yeah. We've seen good numbers so far this year, so we're excited for all the new exposure. Grassroots marketing has been a big part of our success over the last 10 years.
And we love that because this is a whole new concept. Do you like this concept better than going to, say, the Marriott, which is right next door?
It's been a turbulent year. I miss a little of the camaraderie that's offered before everything that had happened, but regardless of all that, you're finding a way to make it work, and that's important to us. And any way that we can still serve the community even without being able to physically go out and interact with those people is good for us. So.
Sure. Well, everybody come in and try this pizza or this cannoli that I'm going to take a sample of right now. I think I need a little bit more. I think I would probably just pick it up like a chicken wing and eat it. Just saying. So good. Try it. So if you haven't gotten your Taste of the Town ticket, you need to do it right now because you can see there's some great restaurants. Try out some places you've never been before. Go to tasteofthetown.org and then you can scroll down to participating restaurants, see who's participating. There's also an interactive map that you can kind of space them all together and, take a little jog across all of them. Get some curbside and see the images. It's all about the food images so you can see what they're serving at all the restaurants. Taste the Town 2021. Gotta love it.